Today I'm going to be taking a look at yet another mini PC. I know some people are sick of these things. I'm not. I think they're pretty cool. And it's impressive how far they've come and how capable some of these little machines actually are. A little while back, I took a look at one of these mini PCs that was rocking the Intel N100 processor. Ever since then, I kept being told that I should check out the N95, that I would be pretty happy with its performance. So that's exactly what I'm doing today. Today I'm taking a look at the Kamrui AK1 Plus mini PC. It's a mini PC that definitely falls under the budget category, but it has its own bells and whistles that make it an interesting option. How well will this thing perform? Let's take a closer look. Inside the box, you have the AK1 Plus itself, the power supply for the mini PC, a mounting bracket, some paperwork, and an HDMI cable. Under the hood, it's rocking an Intel Alder Lake N95 processor that outputs up to 3.4 gigahertz. It's got 4 cores, 4 threads, with a 15-watt power consumption. This model comes with 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, a 1TB M.2 drive, is capable of outputting in 4K, and has integrated UHD graphics. On one side of the PC, you have 2 USB 3 ports and 1 USB 2 port. Over on the back, you have another USB 2 port, 2 HDMI ports that are capable of outputting at 4K, a Ethernet port, and the port for the power supply. Flipping it over on its backside, you can remove this little compartment right here, and there's a spot for an additional 2.5-inch solid-state drive. Nice to be able to add some extra storage without having to disassemble the entire mini PC. Running some benchmarks, it's about what I would expect to see from a mini PC at this price point. Maybe actually a little better than I expected. Windows 11 actually runs really good on this little machine. It's no slouch in terms of streaming media, and can actually handle some light video editing. Now diving right into gaming, it can handle a lot of older titles really well. Here I am playing Batman Arkham City, and it ran fairly decent on medium settings. The frame rate stood consistent and the animation stood nice and smooth. Here I am playing another older title, Deus Ex The Fall, and I didn't tweak any settings, I just launched it and it ran this good. Granted, it is a low resource heavy game. Here I am playing Portal on normal settings, and once again the AK1 Plus did not disappoint. I'm pretty impressed at what it's able to do. Now this was actually a really pleasant surprise. Here I am playing Titanfall 2 on low settings, and this mini PC is handling it very well. It stood very consistent, I didn't experience any slowdown, and the game actually doesn't look half bad. Both Nintendo 64 and Sega Dreamcast ran exceptionally well on this mini PC. But considering its specs and what it was capable of doing with some of those older games, that really didn't come as a surprise to me. Its real challenge is what comes next. PlayStation 2 emulation was pretty hit or miss. Here I am playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and I don't know what the hell is happening here. Besides the obvious slowdown, there's some weird artifacts popping up on screen. I feel like I'm watching a music video from 1997. Playing Vice City, I had much better performance, and the game stood running at pretty close to full speed. Here I am playing SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, and it doesn't seem to have any problems running this game. I don't know about you guys, but next to No Mercy, this is probably my favorite wrestling game. Playing some Fight Night 2004, and it has some obvious slowdown, but the game is still very playable. I tried to get some Wii emulation going, but the AK1 Plus just wasn't having it. So the Kamrui AK1 Plus, I have to say this is actually an impressive little machine. It's a more than capable little workstation, and the light gaming that it's capable of doing natively, it does really well. Now while I don't recommend building an entire home office around this thing, it's perfect for an alternative workstation, or for someone who's looking to add the Windows experience to their living room without breaking the bank. If you guys are interested in the Kamrui AK1 Plus, I'll put links in the description below. Until next time, this is Ness, signing out.